Good morning. I'm standing outside of my DMV in Arizona. The bread truck is officially licensed to me. I'm actually standing out here waiting for Hannah. She's still inside the DMV, or the gates of hell, as I like to call it, getting her license updated. Her license just expired, so this was a timely trip. I paid a little extra upon licensing this bad boy to get a Matrix license plate. I'll show you a little clip here because I don't get the license plate for like 5 weeks, but it's awesome. I feel like I might as well. I like the Matrix one. Had no idea that was an option. Hannah has emerged from the gates of hell. How did it go?
I live in Arizona.
You're officially an Arizona resident.
I can vote.
She was still on California license. All right, well,
Yay.
It's ours.
Yay!
Double high fives. Oh man, it doesn't feel it. It didn't feel real. It still doesn't, but it's going to now. We bought the van on Friday and couldn't get it licensed until today. So, you know, it's not that difficult of a process. Actually, the lady that helped me was super awesome, and it took like 5 seconds. I got a Matrix license plate.
Wait, what?
I'll just have to show you when it gets here.
Oh my God.
But I got a Matrix license plate, but it was not that hard of a process, but it felt like it was gonna be. It felt like it was gonna be scary because, you know, first we had to get the emissions tested. Took us a couple tries, but it passed emissions. She just took the thing and was like, fill this out, here you go. It'll be 50 bucks. It was like 50 bucks.
Oh,
well,
good.
it was 70 because I got the license plate, but worth it. That's macaroni and bacon pizza. What'd you get?
I got sausage and some barbecue chicken.
Oh, very nice. I don't normally go crazy at sliced joints and get the weird stuff, but I felt like I had to try this. It's very hot.
It looks good.
Official review. One bite, everyone knows the rules. It's exactly what you think it is. I'm so glad this van is ours and all that stuff's out of the way. Now on to the real important matters. We need cup holders. And this is a cup holder that I took off of a shopping cart that was in our trash can, in our trash dumpster. It was a total bubbles move. And I need a place to mount both of us one. And currently I'm thinking about putting them right on the side of our seats. So it's both, for both of us, it's just, oh, here's the drink. And it's easily accessible. The only problem with that is that there's already a little bit of discomfort in climbing around these seats to access the back. Not a huge deal when you have a big draw door in the back, but when we're rolling around town, I don't want to stop and unlock that door every 5 seconds just to crawl in and out and get our stuff. So I don't want to put them there. I don't think I'm gonna put them there. I might put one there. Like, I might put mine there because there's no easy way to attach mine here, and then put Hannah's way closer to her over in the other corner. That's probably what's going to happen right now. Eventually, we want to replace this seat with one that just attaches to the wall and folds up, but they're quite expensive to get one that's still comfortable and not just a weird right angle foldy seat. But when we do that, then there will be plenty more room to climb inside the doors without stepping around these chairs, and then I could perhaps at that point leave a cup holder down here. I don't know. We have other options. I mean, right here, there's plenty of place to connect this kind of stuff. I don't really want to block it with the cup holders because it's just such a nice flat space. I'm probably going to get some wood and build some sort of custom holdy thing. I don't know. So I don't want to put them there either. It's a tough choice. It's a real tough choice. But I gotta get it attached because you gotta have cup holders. How do you have a car without cup holders? You just don't. All right, I think we got it. Bucky's cup holder. Let's go. That's perfect. Look at this reaching distance. Boom. One down. I'll have to get another one in here for Hannah, but that's progress. I just want you to notice real quick how easy it is to drop off our packages, our sales for the last couple of days. Just walk into the back of the vehicle and grab them. It's no big deal. I'm just installing some lights here just for temporary use till we get some hard stuff wired in. Also, want to show you how simple it is to receive new packages. There's some big ones. We're not gonna do any mail time today, but a little bit later this week, we'll open a package from, let's see if I can read this. Lee? Is that what that says?
I think so. I just thought it was funny. It said, to Mr. Dallas B. Tendo.
Dallas B. Tendo.
Your last name is Tendo. I know, right?
This one's from Ivan. Let's go. I've also got hangers back here for my jackets and stuff, which is like perfect. Because it's like just cold enough for a jacket here in the mornings. I mean, it's getting down to the 40s, nothing crazy, but jacket weather. And then by the time midday gets here, I can't stand wearing it. All right, let there be light. Wow, it's not really enough light, but it is better than nothing. It'll do for now. I don't know if you can see back in there. I guess I can give you a look at it. It's not enough, but it'll do until we get ready to insulate panel and put permanent lights in the ceiling. This is good, this is fine. I mean, you know, definitely gonna make it a lot better than something around the dark. Also, you know what I'm gonna go ahead and do? Whoever owned this before us made lots of interesting choices, but they just covered up this back window. And I think I'm gonna undo that. Boom! Let there be light. 20 screws were 2 would have done. I took that off and immediately heard some wind coming in, so they might have also just patched it to counteract this bad seal. There's a lot going on here that needs fixing, but we're good. You almost don't need those lights right now. Those windows open. It's 100% more bright in here. Let's go. Hello, world. Hello. Hello through my windows. Light. No light, light, no light. Honestly, that light will be used a lot more right here at night when we're driving. I'm ready to do some night thrifting. Ooh, look, right in shot. I actually kind of don't like that. But like I said, it's temporary. It'll be fine for now. Do you notice anything different?
Did you put in the lights?
Yeah, but it's not what I was hoping to notice.
Are there windows now?
Yeah, they were covered up.
Oh,
So,
how were they covered?
Just that piece of board back there.
That's great.
Yeah, it's like plenty of light during the day. I mean, just to at least see what you're doing.
Yeah. Better than having to be in a cave before like it was.
Completely dark. All right, it's thrift time. Let me suit up. Work jacket. IKEA bag for the things. GoPro for me. GoPro for you. And let's go to this thrift store that's right beside the Giant Fries. This is like the biggest grocery store I've ever seen in my life. And there's the Goodwill. Good old Goodwill. You ready?
Yay, let's go. I've been very much enjoying this cold weather in Phoenix because I never get to wear any winter wear. But I got my gloves and my hat. I've been wearing my face mask constantly because it's a nice face warmer. It's quite lovely. But anyway, I'm gonna start the dishes. Had some good luck yesterday with some glasses, so maybe we'll get lucky again. That's really cute. I wish it wasn't in bad condition because that makes me want donuts. Oh, that's cute. The mugs. That's funny. Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a good size mug. Not mad about it.
crazy. Well, there's a bunch of games here I want, including just the biggest stack of Xbox demo discs I've seen in a good while. I really want those, but I don't want to pay $5 a piece for them, so we're gonna have to take a look at that. This right here better be cheap. $6.49, cheap enough. It's one of my best sellers. Always sells instantly in our antique walls.
A couple of really cute items over here. A nice little canister set. Somebody DIY'd a little bit with a little chalkboard style thing. Nice little vintage set. That's kind of sweet. I'm guessing you put jam in all of that, but yeah, I guess you could put whatever you want in it. I just picture jam in it because I like jam. Sun tea jars always. Well, maybe this is like it's like a pop. Yeah, it's like a pop lever. Usually they're missing their little like swivel levers, but this one actually comes this way. This is cute. I've sold a few of these on eBay before. I don't think I want to mess with it today though.
This looks like it's gonna be alright, but Cooking Mama, empty. NCAA Football 12, with 11 inside. That's just kind of funny. The one I was actually excited about, Tekken 5, World Atlas, and some Bible tracts. And these are great, but they're very expensive. And honestly, I have a lot of them, but not all of them. I don't really have a good checklist for what I do and don't have. Difficult choice.
So something that I sell on Depop pretty regularly and pretty well are toy backpacks. And this one's just kind of adorable. I think she has to come home with me. She's only $2.49, so why not? Why not?
Kind of spotted the Aladdin board game, which is interesting, but it looks pretty new. Try to find a date on this bad boy. I don't think this is like terribly special. It looks fun. And then Pac-Man. That's quite lovely. Pac-Man the board game. And this one is really in bad condition. These pieces are cool though. Those are the best board game pieces ever.
Some cool earrings.
That's true. Scan the old barcode, see what it says. You can buy it right now for $25 or so it's not going to be worth our effort with the condition it's in at all. But yeah, it sells for $15, $20, $25. I kind of wanted to play it for our other channel, but I'll wait till it shows up in better condition. I guess while I'm at it, I better go ahead and scan old Aladdin. Yeah, looking about the same thing. We just have so much we need to do to our van. That's my main focus right now, so I keep seeing stuff I want to do for our second channel. Unfortunately, our second channel is just not going to get all of our attention at the moment. I mean, it's not done, it's not over. Like, I'd buy that Pac-Man board game probably just to play it on that channel right now if we had the time, but I'm not going home and filming board games. I'm going home and sanding the side of that van. It's just how it's going to work right now.
So this is curious. This is just a box of yarn, but in the shape of a ball. It tells you how to make 3 fashion pieces with a DVD. Interesting. Just the yarn ball.
Woo! It is windy today. Nerf guns, backpacks,
And a little
that's
surprise mug
so
upside
awesome.
down.
Are you gonna use it or are you gonna put it on your Nightmare Before Christmas shelf?
Ooh, I'll probably use it though.
Yeah, probably. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cold.
Yes, it is. This Nerf blaster is almost exactly the volume of the IKEA bag. I think you got find of the day.
Isn't it cute?
It's even inscribed Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. $1.49. Well, at least that was cheap. How much was the backpack?
$2.
Your stuff was cheap. All the video games were mind-numbingly expensive. I mentioned, I think, to somebody in the comments of yesterday's video or something like that, we were just discussing prices at Goodwill and them being inconsistent. Because anytime we go to a Goodwill and prices look like they did here with like $5 on demo discs, you know, which is even high for the game store. I think our game store down the road does these for like $3 a piece. So $5's not crazy, but I was discussing with someone in our comments that like it's just so wildly inconsistent around here. And I knew yesterday I got just the most awesome stack of games for like $2 a piece, and it was awesome. And I got this feeling that we needed to go to another one just down the road from it today. Maybe this area is just not being hit up very well by people, and I'm gonna get lucky some more with games. And sure enough, the selection was in there was great, but just like I knew it was gonna be, they were all a little pricey. So I just left with 4 of the demo discs that I was pretty certain that I didn't have. Oblivion, there was only Xbox 360 demo disc, and then just a few more here. And these are cool because I do actively collect them, but I've done a really, really bad job keeping track of them because there's no easy way to add them to your collector's app. So I think I'm gonna go home and try to actually today, if I'm not too tired after working on this van, I think I'm gonna find a way to manually just take pictures of each one and put them in my app so they're searchable. Because they all have a number. If you look on the spine, like the spine of this one, I don't know how well it's gonna show up on camera, it says 44. So I could just put Xbox demo disc 44, you know, and then take a picture of what I've got. And that'll make this easier, because I would have spent the money on all those if I knew for sure I didn't have them.
Yeah.
But I have doubles of probably half of what I already have now, so it's a little bit silly. So I'm gonna go home and organize that, probably do that. If I get around to it, I'm more, just like I said about the second channel, I'm more worried about this van right now. It's my only focus, really. But if I get to that tonight and I don't recognize some of those that I just saw in the store, I might come back for them tomorrow. But I just don't want to waste money on them. Let's go work on this van.
Yay!
Well, we know how she handles in the rain now, and it's good. Although, given this thing's weight, I'm a little bit surprised by how it's affected by the wind. Although, because of its shape, it's a giant wind sill, so I'm also not that surprised. But it gets blown about as easily as my van does, despite being quite a bit more heavy. But it handles well in the rain otherwise. Just gotta be careful with that wind. So it just started sleeting. There was ice falling from the sky, and it got even colder than it was this morning. I guess the cold front's moved in, I don't know. We're still gonna do a little work on the van. Try to get something done today, even though the weather doesn't really want to let us do anything we want to do. So I'm gonna go put on some warmer clothes.
Did you see that?
Hannah has brought the duck. I did. It was nuts. This is our change duck. We're gonna go hit this bad boy with a pressure washer, which doesn't really seem necessary now that it's raining, but nothing's going to plan. I'm gonna put my work clothes on real quick.
Okay.
Well, I guess you have to watch because I bunged the door open.
Oh no! It's sleeting so hard. It's snowing.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, right?
It's snowing in Phoenix.
Well, yeah, which I'm sure we've seen sleet at least once before, but I found some leaks, but they're not coming from the ceiling. I told the camera when we started today, it had rained all night, so I came out here and checked, nothing was wet. But since we've been driving this heavy, there's water coming in through our wheel wells.
Gotcha.
There's little holes so the wheels are slinging it up, and so I just gotta patch those. But I'm glad I found them while it was raining, and like we're not on the road or something, and I'll find out the hard way. All right, I'm gonna get naked.
All right.
We'll just blur this center part out.
Avert your eyes.
It might not even see me. It might be too dark.
It's one big hunk of man. Mostly normal.
Whew. All right, I'm no longer naked. Let me hang my jacket up. All right. Let's go try to get something done. I have to go slow. This rain is crazy.
It's snowing. Look at it.
I don't know how to show you guys this on camera. I mean, you can see it's raining. But it's ice, yeah, ice coming down the window. I know you guys up north, listen, if you live up north, especially if you live in Canada, you don't have ownership of the cold and the rain. You can allow us to be amazed because we haven't seen it in 3 years.
I just didn't know this happened in Phoenix.
It doesn't often. I can't say I can remember it happening since we lived here. Of course, the first couple years we lived here during the colder months where it would happen, I was never here, so I wouldn't know.
Whenever it snows or rains and I'm by myself, I just lock the door and shut it, and I don't go outside.
There's that. Yeah, I can actually physically see the water coming into those holes. The holes that the water is coming in, I'm telling you, the guy that owned this before us just did some kooky things. He didn't think about nothing he drilled holes into. So, I've got a lot of patching to do. All right, well, that's the side of the bus we sanded yesterday, almost entirely white. Didn't get much on camera today because I didn't get very far. But there's the start of this side. I kind of got not even halfway down. It's just too rainy, too cold. My finger's about to fall off. We'll get back at it tomorrow, really. It's sad. I want it to just be a full white van. That's all I want. We're just not gonna do it in this freezing rain. I spent a lot of time off camera today, just like researching the VIN number, finding out all the extra little bits about the details about the motor that I didn't know, and what fluids to put in and all that stuff. And we're a little low on transmission fluids, so I'm gonna put some in there.
It looks delicious.
You think it looks good?
It's like raspberry syrup.
Yeah, it's a very pink kind of color. That's how you know if it's good too. If you pull your dipstick out, it's a nice pink. It's all right. If it's browning or has bits in it, it's bad. Bits are bad.
Bits are bad.
All right. You don't want to overflow. You don't want to overfill your transmission fluid either. So I'm gonna go very little bit by little bit because I'm not gonna mess this up.
That is the longest dipstick I've ever seen.
It's pretty ridiculous. Well, the transmission's all the way over here.
Oh my God.
So it's reaching right down to it. It is a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
So long. Like a magician pulling scars out of a hat.
Yeah. All right, let's go with that for now. I'll test it again in a bit, let it have time to settle, but let's get out of this cold. I do like having this big floorboard. I keep just throwing my dirty stuff down there and then clean it up when I get home. It's very useful. All right, we're leaving O'Reilly's. Take a look, the auto parts store. I've topped off all the regular fluids, but the engine was making a little bit of a weird sound, and I finally found out what it was. It was the power steering fluid, and I was able to kind of suss out the fact that it was that because the noise was worse when I turned real sharp. So that wasn't a fluid I was able to check before I bought it because I couldn't find it. But when I test drove it, it wasn't really serious. So I was able to, outside the auto parts store, roll up my sleeves, get down in there, found it, and it was near empty, the power steering pump. So I filled that bad boy up, tip top, right up the top of the dipstick, and this thing, it's a lot quieter in here. I don't know if you can tell, Hannah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the engine in this thing is just smooth, man. I was telling my dad on the phone, I can barely tell when it shifts. Like, it's really smooth, which is not the case at all for our old van. It was not a smooth ride. Not to hate on old Betsy. I love old Betsy, but she just wasn't that smooth.
She's a little rough.
Yeah. This van's all right though. We're gonna go drive her on the highway one more time, see how she feels, and then we're actually taking it to the mechanic tomorrow just to do the deeper inspections that I'm not capable of. We're actually taking it to the mechanic tomorrow, and they're gonna do like the inspections. You know, they're gonna take a real deep look at it and tell me what I need to look forward to changing or fixing or, you know, adjusting. I'm excited for that. And then outside of that, the only other thing I need to do to the inside is my seatbelt doesn't fit at all. It's like I'm way too big for it. So I've got some parts on order. Luckily it's stuff I'll be able to replace myself, but I've got basically the seatbelt part, but just taller, because I'm just way too big. They didn't make them this big back then, I guess. I don't know exactly what it is, but after that's done, like, it's completely roadworthy, I think. Oh hey, come on back into the back of my van. Listen, we did a bunch of stuff off camera today for this van. One of my favorite parts of this channel is that you guys have seemed to enjoyed it when we've put our creative projects into these videos, and one of the biggest like road marks for us was when we realized we want to do this traveling stuff, and knowing that you guys were actually really interested in our previous van build. So that being said, having this new canvas to work on to make videos about, knowing you guys will like it and stuff, is just an extra little cherry on top of the enjoyment that we're already getting out of this. And I know that you guys like it, because our last two videos, especially the video that I just clickbaited, I bought a bread truck, it's doing really well. A lot of people have watched it, tons of comments. You guys seem as excited about our journey to come as we do. So first of all, thank you guys for being here for all this, and for being excited about this blank canvas that I'm sitting in the back of. A lot of the work we did off camera today was just like refilling fluids. It started making a noise in the middle of the day. And it was scary, because you buy a new car and it starts making a noise. Well, I knew for a fact when I bought this that it had been sitting in a driveway for a few years without much attention. That being the case, usually in something this old, the fluid's kind of leaking stuff. So I filled up the power steering fluid and the noise went away. So this thing's driving better, sounds better than ever, and I'm very excited about it. But I'm even more excited to get into the meat of this journey. So I want to make a plea to you that if you're watching, you've been watching it all, that you'll hit the subscribe button and stick around for this journey, because it begins now. I got this van licensed and titled to my name today, so it's like officially real. By law, by any means necessary, no matter how you spin it, this van is mine. And I don't know if any of you are like this. It's a little bit of irrationality that lives in my mind, but like the last 2 days of having it, I was just out of my mind, afraid like something was gonna go wrong with the title. I was gonna be duped, the title was fake. I mean, I did everything I could up front to like inspect the van and the title and match the VIN numbers, but like still my irrational mind's just like, it's not yours yet, it's not yours yet. But I'm here to tell you, it's mine. This is Hannah and mine's van now. We own this.
Yay!
Our names are on it. And that's just, before we wrap up today, I just want to make that clear that we made a big purchase, we have a big plan, and for once in our lives, like, I really don't know how to put this into words. It's a feeling. You ever have a feeling you feel and you can't really express it? That's how I feel right now. We needed this van on one hand. I mean, we needed something bigger to haul stuff, to live in, to do our trips bigger and better, but like, it wasn't exactly a necessity, right? Like, we could have done what we needed to in our other van, but not been so comfortable and not had an easier time. But this van is the first time I've ever purchased a vehicle in my whole life that wasn't out of desperation. Do you know what I mean, Hannah? Like,
yeah.
Every car we've owned a few together, like, we had to go get that car when we got it or else.
And settle for whatever they had.
Yeah, and settle for what was in our price range. I mean, don't get me wrong. This was in a price range, this van. We could have got something bigger and nicer had we the money. But we didn't need this to just save our asses, just to put it bluntly. And it's a really strange feeling that for once in our lives we kind of have this plan and we're pulling it off. And I don't know, maybe this is just what happens to everyone at 30, because you know how we all struggle through our 20s and think that our parents and older people have it together, and then we get a little bit older and we go, wait, no they don't. They're just as crazy as I am. We definitely just went through that season of our life learning those lessons. And here we are. I just turned 31. I'll be 32 this year, I guess. I know, there's plenty of older people watching. I'm sorry that seems so young to you, but look where I just came from. I just left my 20s. This is always the fresh feeling you feel leaving your 20s, right? Oh my God. But I just feel this urgency to like, to appreciate this moment, because this van, for me and Hannah both, we've been discussing this all day off camera. It just feels right. Like for once in our lives, we did something by choice and not by circumstance, and we hope that through the success of this channel and some of the other things that are going right in our lives, we hope that we can A, rise to the occasion, and B, the better person that the situation requires, but also B, we hope we can appreciate it. You know, we want to do it right, but we also want to receive it right, and that's what this van is to me. So if you'll hit that subscribe button, I'm gonna make a promise, which I never do. I don't think I've ever said I promise you I'm gonna do this on a video, because I never want to put myself in that box, because then you have, once you promise the YouTube audience, then you gotta do it. But if you hit that subscribe button, I promise you, you're signing up for the best content we've made yet. That's how I feel at the end of the day. That's how I feel after putting this van in our name. I feel from the deepest part of my soul that I'm ready to do even better, to make even better videos, and go on even better adventures, and find even better stuff at the thrift, which that part's not up to me. That's up to the thrift gods, obviously. So I don't promise that bit. But the rest of it I do. We're ready to make some better videos. Like, we're newly invigorated. We're very far from burnt out. We're ready to get on the road. We're ready to take this magnificent van, turn it into something awesome, and show you guys a good time. So hit that subscribe button, and I'll promise you at least that. And maybe some extra cat videos to sweeten the deal. You think?
I can't wait to acclimate them to the van.
You can't wait to get the cats in here and put their cat perch? Where's the cat perch gonna go, Hannah? Ooh. Show them. Show them where the cat perch is gonna go.
I'm thinking, since this is like shower bathroom, we're probably gonna put it here.
It's just right here beside it?
Or let's put it right next to my sewing table, but Mochi might chew on my thread up.
Yeah. That is tough. Maybe we could actually somehow get like a floating one and attach it, so
ooh,
we
still have, like, sleep up here.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, guys, we appreciate you. Thanks for being here. You guys rock. We do post daily videos on this channel. We're like somewhere near 600 videos, 600 days in a row with our videos. So if somehow you don't know that by now, that we post daily videos, you know now. Even if your notifications don't tell you, come back to our page and look, there will be a video here. And for the foreseeable future, a lot of those videos are gonna have a lot to do with this van. So come back tomorrow and check that out. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this at all. And until tomorrow, guys, peace out. Here's that cat video that I promised you, or kind of promised you but didn't. They're actually both laying together, and that hasn't happened in a long time because this one's grown big enough they don't really fit in the perch together, but they're figuring it out. They love each other.